The general manager for the GOJHL leading Hamilton Kilty Bees, Christian Wiley, joins us. And Christian, I'm most curious about your team right now. Yes, you're top the standings, but how has your group been able to power through the trials and tribulations of COVID that we're all dealing with to be in first place?
You know, one of the things that we've tried from the beginning, even going back about 18 months, is just constant communication, whether it's Zoom calls or just group chats, those things, personal visits or porch visits when things were a little bit tighter. Anything we can do to keep the kids involved and talking to one another, I think has helped. And, you know, we're seeing the results in the standings right now.
In 2022, are you guys going to continue on, or do you anticipate being slowed at all with Omicron?
Yeah, we haven't heard anything from our league specifically. Up to this point, we've been following the public health mandates and the government's mandates. So we've been strict, but I think it's the general consensus of the league and all the teams, I mean, multiple leagues everywhere in Ontario, to continue. Even if we have to postpone games for protocols, we'll push them on and just continue to go, because I think stopping at this point just hurts a lot more than it helps.
And across Canada, registration in minor hockey is down since the pandemic. Have you and your team felt that in the GOJHL?
We haven't specifically yet. I don't think the ripple effect of COVID's registrations will hit hockey for a few years, but I think you're seeing it at the lower levels right now. We're fortunate to draw from two great programs in Hamilton, the Bulldogs and the Huskies. And, you know, it's unfortunate that a lot of kids have decided to leave the game or put their careers on pause just because they're unsure, but no doubt the trickle down is yet to come.
And your team's in first place, as we mentioned, having a great season. Who are some of the stars of this squad and the reason that right now you're atop everybody in the GOJHL?
Well, you know, it's been a collective effort. Obviously, we have our leading scorer, Justin Monteith, and our, you know, Dylan Abamon, our captain, Nolan Underwood. Everybody's contributing. You can see the stats there, but truthfully, it's just been a complete team effort. And I think that's what sets our team apart, is that the collective is far greater than the individual. And we all realize that, we know our roles, and we're proud to work alongside each other.
And how have you been able to put this group together? And is this ahead of the timeline that you anticipated for your team being at the top of the league?
Yeah, I mean, this is not just on me. I'm the beneficiary of a lot of hard work from other people. So I don't want to take the credit for that. I think, you know, this team traditionally has developed more than it has won championships. And I think that's part of the mark of this franchise, but we're fortunate to have students, or players, I guess, return to us in, you know, after COVID and after, you know, the year off that we had. And it's allowed us to kind of have a similar team that we had to kind of finish the job that they had started 2 seasons ago. So there's a lot of repeat players, a lot of returning players. And I think with that experience and that depth that we have, it's proving to be a little bit too powerful right now.
And in terms of the new year, 2022, obviously it's going to be the second half of the season for the Kilty Bees. What do you project to see from your team?
Well, I mean, there's still a lot of uncertainty going forward. I think it's still a day-by-day process, and that's kind of how we got into this point in the season, one game at a time. We're a pretty responsible group, and so we take our task pretty seriously. We know that there's a target on our back, so our preparation starts now for the playoffs. Playoff hockey starts right now. I think everything gets a little bit tighter. The parity in the league is a lot better. And with the trade deadline looming on January 10th, the league's going to tighten itself up, and rosters will be set and we'll be ready to go.
Everyone will be watching the second half to see how well the Kilty Bees do and if they can indeed win the league title in the GOJHL. Christian, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot.